Okay, so as we join back again, remember we're going to first now focus on reflexive pronouns. The two reflexive pronouns that the book wants you to focus on and to be reminded of is the reflexive pronoun himself. Remember when we took pronouns early on in term one, when we were studying in term two, in chapter two, we were taking different kinds of pronouns, and we had some that are reflexive and some that are intensive. And we said that usually intensive pronouns are not needed in a sentence because they're used for emphasis. And one thing that made intensive pronouns and reflexive pronouns different than any other pronoun is the fact that they have the suffix, or the ending is usually either self or selves. Okay, self for singular pronouns, okay, and selves for a plural pronoun, okay, with a V. Okay, grammatically correct, we're going to use himself and themselves. Okay, non-standard English, or the incorrect way, there is no such thing as his self. Okay, we don't use that. And there is no such thing as their selves. Okay, sometimes people use that ingrammatically correct. Okay, grammatically incorrect, and it's not it's non-standard English, so please avoid using them. So if you see them as choices in your in your parentheses, you know already that this is going to be the wrong choice. Okay, there's no such a thing as their selves or their selves, even. Okay, even if you see the word their selves, this is also grammatically incorrect. This is non-standard English. We're going to keep them. Okay, we're going to keep it as himself and themselves only. Okay, the book only wants you to focus on these. And remember that these could be used as objects. Okay, so these are considered objective. Okay, because they're used as objects. If you go back to the book, it will show you here the difference between the non standard and the standard. The mayor voted for himself in May's election. His self here is non standard English. That means the incorrect way to use it. Okay, there's no such thing as his self, because again his self is considered non-standard. It's supposed to be the mayor voted for himself. And as you see here, is it used as an object? Yes, it is. It's used as an object of preposition because it follows the word for. Okay, voted for himself. So for himself, himself here is an object of preposition. Himself is a again in the objective case. Therefore, we used the pronoun for we use the for himself. Okay, there's no such thing as his self. His self would be grammatically incorrect, and not the correct pronoun that we should be using. Okay, so let's keep that in mind, please. Okay, as we go in the chapter. The next sentence here: the girl bought themselves some comic books. Again, here themselves is the incorrect pronoun. Okay, again this is grammatically incorrect because it would be considered to be non-standard English. Okay, how or what is the correct way to use the girls bought themselves? Okay, some comic books. Now that's the correct way, because again, if you look here and ask ourselves, what is themselves used as? It is used as, obviously here, an indirect object. Okay, you have an action verb, which is bought. All right, what did they buy, or what was bought? It was the comic books. Comic books is your direct object. Okay, you bought the comic books, and for who? Okay, for themselves. All right, so we need to use themselves here as an indirect object, and that would be grammatically correct. All right, again, standard English versus non-standard English. This is the whole point of these this lesson, or this topic specifically. Okay, we need to focus on using the correct pronoun. All right, versus again, avoid using the following. All right, again, we're gonna avoid using these. These are incorrect. Okay, incorrect. There's no such thing as his self or their selves or them their selves. Okay, always use either himself or again they themselves. Okay, and these are the only two pronouns that we're going to focus on. Okay, let's keep that up here while you guys open up your workbooks again to page 171. Okay, you guys will see that we have 11 to 15. And by the way, this is one of your homework pages, so if you're doing it in class together, that's one less page that you guys have to do for homework. Okay, so now let's look at 11 together. Correct pronoun to use. Luji Ayman, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Okay, it's okay. Go
Um,
ahead.
did they make themselves or themselves enough food? Themselves, because themselves is the real word in
Good,
grammar.
good job. It's going to be themselves. Okay, the second choice, because again, their selves is non-standard English. It's incorrect. Incorrect usage of the pronoun. Thank you. Thanks, Yaluji. Number 12. Okay, and we see here, did they make themselves enough food? Again, themselves here is used as an indirect object. Okay, remember they're used as objects. Okay, it's an indirect object or object of preposition or a direct object. Here it would be an indirect object. If you want to make a note for yourself on for this, you may. Okay, number 12. Let's please hear from Judy. Please go ahead.
And Jake will finish the project by himself.
Good. It's going to be himself. Okay, standard English. There is no such thing as his self. His self will be considered non-standard English. That's grammatically incorrect. Good. And here himself, we see that it's used as a object of preposition. It's following the word by himself. Okay, by himself. Thanks, Judy. Number 13. Let's hear from Yusuf, please.
themselves.
Themselves. Girl, good. The girls announced themselves the winners. Okay, so themselves here again. The first choice, themselves, is a direct object, and here again, remember their selves. Again, non-standard English. Do not use it. Okay, avoid it. Thank you. Number 14. Let's please hear from Noor Mehdi. Number 14. The guests helped themselves or themselves to the appetizers. What would you choose, Noor?
Number 15.
Number 14. The guests helped themselves or their selves or themselves to the appetizers. Which would you use, ya Noor? Noor, are you there?
Yes.
Can you please answer number 14? Which choice would you use?
Uh, themselves.
That's not even a choice. It's either their selves or themselves. Which one would you choose, the first or the second?
The second, themselves.
Themselves. Good. Okay, good. All right. Help themselves. Again, here this is a direct object. And 15. Finally, please let's hear from Ali. Number 15, Ali. Which would you choose?
Himself.
Himself. Good job. Himself, which is an object of preposition. Thanks, Ali. Okay. And this would be the end of our chapter. All right, for that matter. Okay, for homework, if you guys look at your weekly plan, again, please be reminded now that I have the class's attention. It's written on your weekly plan. Again, Tuesday is going to be your quiz. Okay. This is the wrong weekly plan. There you go. Okay. Again, your quiz is going to be scheduled for Tuesday. I've given you a notification here in red. Okay. Also, another reminder of your personal response to poetry essays. All right. I received a bunch of them. Kinsey, I received yours as an image. I emailed you back requiring that you send it to me as a
Yes, I sent
document.
it to you as an attachment
Okay,
yesterday.
I haven't checked yet my email, so I will be doing that today, inshallah. Okay, I've gotten Hannah
Also, I
Hamdi's, I
sent it to you
believe.
in Messenger.
Yes, I saw it this morning. I saw the message this morning. I have not yet opened it. Farah Al-Baghdadi, your email, your essay is incomplete. I don't know what you sent me. I checked it on SMS, so please send it over again. Farah Hassan, are you here?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
you
I
need to.
sent it three times.
Yes, you sent it to me, but again, as I'm telling you, your thing is your email, your essay is incomplete. Is that clear? Did you send it over? The poet uses also onomatopoeia. Okay, so this is your end. This is the end of the essay, or is there more? So this is your end. Are you following the instructions that I posted on the PowerPoint? Are you following correct capitalization here for the title of the poem? Are you spelling the poet's? It's due tonight by midnight. After tonight by midnight, if once it hits May 10th, I am not accepting these essays, and it's going to be a zero for all of anyone that sends it after May 9th. Okay, you had the entire week of break to finish it. I've asked you guys if you wanted me to look over it before and send it to me. There's no reason for me to get a essay with grammatical mistakes like these, especially that I've made myself clear in the presentation, in the PowerPoint. I posted exact directions of how to do it. I told you exactly what each paragraph should cover. The conclusion paragraph, where is it? Did you answer the following questions that I posted in the conclusion paragraph? If you're not following instructions, your essay will get a low grade. I kid you not. MLA format. Is that the correct way of MLA formatting that we've done together repeatedly? This is not a joke. If you're gonna take this as a joke, I'm gonna give you. Excuse me. This goes to everyone. Is this your essay, Noor? Please be reminded that your essays are due tonight by May 9th. Final drafts. Okay, MLA formatting. I'm going to be very critical for grading these. Okay, I'm going to look at my instructions and I'm going to see if you're following them per paragraph. Any capitalization mistake or spelling mistakes that need not to be done. Okay, you guys are going into high school. There's no need for us to be discussing together that we should be capitalizing titles of poems. Okay, we do not need to be, the name of the author is in the book. There's no need to be making these mistakes, any of us. This goes to all of you. I've told you exact details of what to follow in each paragraph, and I expect that to happen. I expect you guys to know how to follow instructions. This is very simple. For now, let's open up exercise number 7 in our books. I'm going to stop sharing the screen. I'm actually going to share with you this document because I'm going to answer with you. Okay, here you guys should be answering in your notebooks because we are working on this together. Okay, if you email your essays, by the way, please make sure that you are specifying. We're going to let me check here. SMS, is there an assignment that you could be responding to? If so, we're going to agree on the source of channel, the channel of which you are going to email tonight. For those who are emailed me already and I got your stuff, it's fine. I'm going to add an assignment in a short period of time as soon as the session ends. And I'm going to add an assignment, which is your personal response to this essay. And you're going to be uploading your essays on this assignment as a response Okay, so please, I'm going to open up the due date for today, until today. Okay, until midnight today. Okay, your essays need to be sent. After that, it's going to close. I'm not going to accept them, even if you send them to me privately in a message or in an email. Okay, so it's going to open on assignments. I'm going to upload it, and you need to channel it through here. Okay, those who already sent it, thank you. And if you feel that your essay, Farah, needs to be improved, you have until tonight to fix it. You have until tonight to fix it and resend it. You have open until tonight midnight, by midnight. Okay, so that being said and done, let's look here at exercise number 7. Exercise number 7 focuses on the choices of again, it's like a review kind of. All right, so we're gonna look at a mixed review, okay, of exercise number 7. This is going to be on page number 274. Again, that's what we're going to be busy doing. A lot of reviews to get our choices straight for the quiz. All right, Judy, number 1, please answer.
Um, eh, okay. Uh, whom selected the new captain? It will be who?
Good. All right, the answer is going to be who. And remember the difference between who and whom. Who could remind me the difference between who and whom? Reem, please.
Yes. Who is used for nominative case?
Good. So who is considered to be the nominative case pronoun, which is going to be the subject, the predicate, nominative. Okay. And whom is what, Reem?
Objective case.
Good. Whom is used as the objective case, which is going to be the direct object, indirect object, and the object of preposition. So in this case here, we have who selected the new team captain. Now, who here is acting as or performing as the subject of the sentence. Okay, you have a verb which is selected. Okay, you need to say who selected. So who here is actually a subject. Therefore, we are missing a subject. Therefore, we need to use it in the nominative case, which is going to be the pronoun who. Okay, thanks, Salim and Judy. Number 2, please, Hannah Hamdi. Number 2, please.
Okay. They ask themselves or themselves where the money from the fundraiser could be to be themselves.
Good. Remember standard English versus non-standard. We agreed that their selves is not even a word, okay? They asked or they asked themselves, and we said themselves here is used as an object. Okay, they asked who, they asked themselves. Good job, Hannah. And number 3, let's hear from Hannah Durgam, please. Number 3.
The head nurse gave several volunteers the millions. Alice
Alice.
and Alice, she were here at tour of the new hospital wing. Her?
Good. It's inserted between dashes because you have what here, Hannah? What is that called? This is going to be an appositive, yes?
Yes.
Yes, good. So here you have 2 nouns, the Melanies and Alice. These are nouns, and you have 1 pronoun, which is going to be an appositive. So remember, we need to ask ourselves: this appositive is referring back to who? Who are the Melanies and Alice and she or he or her? Referring back to who?
The volunteers,
The volunteers. And now, what is the word volunteers behaving as?
indirect object,
Good. It's an indirect object. So what are we going to use? Which pronoun?
her.
Her. Good job. It's going to be an indirect object, so we need to use an objective case pronoun. Good job, Hannah. Okay, Adam. Adam, please answer for us. Number 5 and number 4.
Did you know that we or us girls are going to the concert tomorrow night?
You have to choose
We?
between we and us. Good. It's going to be we. Why, Adam? What do we have? Is it in a positive?
Yes.
Yes, it's in a positive. Now, we is referring back to who?
The girls.
The girls, good. And girls here is the subject of are going. Okay, so here you're referring to a subject, therefore we need to use it in the nominative case. Good job, ya Adam. Number 5, Ahmed Rashwan, please.
From whom did you order the food? Whom?
Good job. And why is it going to be whom?
Where?
Why is it going to be whom? Why did you choose whom?
Object of preposition.
Good job, because it's an object of preposition. Great, great. Thanks, yeah. Thanks, Thanks, Ahmed. And the whom here is again it's the objective case, so it's an object of preposition. Great. Ali, number 6.
Two runners, Jill and she here, finished in record time. It will be she
Good. And why is it she?
because it modifies the word runners. So runners is subject, so it will be in the subjective case.
Good job. Perfect. Okay, runners here, you have an appositive. Jill and she is considered an appositive. It refers back to the runners. Runners is a subject, so we need to use the pronoun in the nominative case. Good job, ya Ali. Number 7, Yusuf.
Six. Number 7. Whom?
Whom? Rephrase it. The next president of the honor club will be blank.
Who?
Who? Okay,
That's
so
a
here
subject.
it's not a subject. The president here is the subject. The next
Yes,
president of the honor club will be blank. So what is who performing as? It comes after the verb will be.
predicate nominative تبقى who?
That's correct. It's going to be a predicate nominative. The next president of the honor club will be who? Okay, so again, if you're stuck, rephrase it. Okay, switch it up. See what you have. Okay, so the next president of the honor club will be blank. Okay, if it comes after will be, then it's a linking verb. Therefore, we need to use a predicate nominative, which is who. Thanks, thanks, Yusuf. Reem, 8, please.
We as members of the band hope to cut a demo tape soon. We
Good. And why is it we?
because it's acting as subject or subject.
Good. It's an appositive referring back to the subject of the subject of the sentence, which is members. So it's going to be we members. Good. All right. Number 9, Luji Ayman, please.
Who or whom shall we invite? Who?
Do you need a subject or a predicate nominative? You have an action verb, which is will, shall invite. Shall invite is an action verb, so you do not have a predicate nominative. We already have a subject in the sentence, which is we. So you do not need to have a subject or a predicate nominative. Therefore, you cannot have a nominative case pronoun.
Okay, so it will be whom.
So why?
Because one minute بس I will figure out يعني طيب.
Rephrase the sentence. We shall invite
whom.
Correct?
It's here. 1 minute. Objective case.
Yes, it has to be in the objective case
And
because
that
you need a direct object. You need a direct object. We is the subject. Shall invite is the action verb. And who are we going to invite? It's going to be whom, which is a direct object.
Miss,
Yes.
may I ask you a question?
Of course.
هي shall isn't
will.
one of the
It's a helping verb.
not predicate nominative because
No.
linking it.
Shall here is a helping verb because it comes with an action verb. Remember, are could be used, I can use were and are as linking verbs, but if they show up with an action verb, okay, remember here your verb phrase is split up with the subject. Remember how we said verb phrases could be separated from each other by either a subject or an adverb? Okay, so here you have a verb phrase which is shall invite. Okay, shall is another word of like saying will. Okay, it's showing something that's going to be done in the future. It's a future tense. Okay, so shall we invite? This is your verb phrase. Shall invite is a verb phrase. Again, here, shall cannot be a linking verb. Okay, shall here is a helping verb because it comes hand in hand with an action verb together. They create what we call a verb phrase. Okay, Ruji, is that clear?
Ah, yes, thank you.
Okay, and your subject here is we. Good. All right, thank you. Number 10. Let's hear please from Noor. Noor exited. Okay. Kinsey, please, number 10.
Borat took to helping for himself. Himself.
Good. All right, himself, because again, his self is non-standard English. Okay, we
And
do
this
not
is
use that.
OP.
Good. All right, now we're going to use, now we're going to go into review B. Okay, number 1, they need to ask you to identify the correct pronoun from the parentheses and tell whether the pronoun is used as a subject, a predicate nominative, a direct object, an indirect object, or an object or preposition. This is a very good exercise because you guys are going to be expected to do the same thing on your quiz. So be careful for review B and review C, okay, because they're very similar to what you have to do on the quiz on Tuesday. Okay, so number 1, let's please hear from Judy. Number 1, Judy, please tell us the pronoun and tell us how it's used.
Okay. It will be us.
Okay, read the sentence for us. Tulips.
Tulips surround we us during May in Holland, Michigan.
Good.
أيوة us.
Us. Perfect. And how it's used?
Direct object.
Good job.
Oh yes.
Yes. Good. It's perfect. Good. All right. Number 2, let's please hear from Ahmed Rashwan.
The audience clapped for Rudy and him. Him,
How's it used?
object of preposition.
Perfect. Thanks, Ahmed. Number 3, Hannah Hamdi, please.
The best singer in the choir is she or her. Her.
Look at the verb.
لا, she. Sorry, she.
Okay, good. And why is it she? How is it used?
Because it's subject.
Try again.
Because if we rephrase the sentence,
If you
it would
rephrase the
be
sentence, but here it comes after a linking. It comes after a linking verb, so it has to be what?
predicate nominative.
Great. Thanks, Hannah. Great. Number 4, Reem, please.
Number 4, the officer gave me us girls a ride home. Us.
Good. How's it behaving?
Because it's IO.
Good job. Remember, this isn't a positive, but it refers back to the girls. Okay, and if girls is an indirect object, then the pronoun or your appositive here is also an indirect object. Okay, so don't get confused. If it's in a positive, don't write that it's in a positive. No, still mention what the word it refers back to is acting as, because it reflects back on your appositive. Okay, number 5, let's hear from Yusuf, please.
I have to still remember. And him,
How is it behaving?
object of preposition.
Good, because it follows about, and about is a preposition. Good, thank you. Thanks, Yusuf. Okay, let's hear from Hannah Al-Hello. Number 6, Hannah Al-Hello. Hannah Al-Hello, are you there? Hannah Durgam, please, number 6.
Daniel and I.
Good job. And what is it going to be?
Subject.
Good job. Thanks, Hannah. Number 7. Number 7, let's hear from Fadia, please. Fadia? Okay, let's hear from Reem, please.
Okay. Last year's winner was him. He. Predicate nominative.
Perfect. And number 8. Thank you. Thanks, Harim. Number 8. Let's hear from Farah.
Did you send
Number 8.
an
To who or whom did you send invitations? We're doing review B on page 275.
whom?
Say that again. Farah, please raise your voice. We can barely hear you. Can anyone hear Farah?
No.
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 Can you please, ya Farah, raise your voice? All right, I'm going to ask Jenna to please answer number 8. Jenna, are you there? Ali, please, number 8.
To whom?
Good, and why is it whom?
Because it's an object preposition.
Perfect. Thanks, Ali. Number 9. Let's hear from Adam.
Number 9.
Yes.
Who?
Good job. And why is it who? How is it behaving? Subject. Are you ready?
Predicate
Who?
nominative.
It's a predicate nominative. Great. Okay, and it's the same thing that Yusuf had a while ago. We can just rephrase it. The girl in the yellow dress is blank. Is a linking verb, so if it comes after is, it has to be a predicate nominative, which is who. Okay, Luji Ayman, please. Number 10.
We or us sisters could help that with the dishes. We, because it's in the nominative case.
Good. It's we because it's a nominative case. And how is it behaving? What is we behaving as?
Subject.
It's the subject to the verb. Good. All right, because it refers back to the sisters. And if the sisters here is the subject, then we have to use the appositive in the nominative case. Great. Okay, let's go to review C. Each of the following sentences contains at least one personal pronoun. Identify each personal pronoun. Remember, all these pronouns that we're taking together are personal. Okay, we're going to underline the personal pronoun and tell whether it's a subject, a predicate nominative, a direct object, an indirect object, or an object of preposition. Review C, number 1, Reem.
Yes. The cowboy in this picture from the movie The Ballad of Georgia Courts is he.
Where's the personal pronoun here?
He.
Okay, and in which case is it used in?
Predicate nominative.
It's a predicate nominative. Bravo. That's why it's used in the nominative case. Good. All right, number 2. Ahmad, please.
One minute. He.
Good. And what is he used as?
Subject.
Perfect. And number 3, Hannah Durgam, please.
You.
Good. And how is it used?
Indirect object.
Great. Number 4, Judy, please.
I.
You have a bunch of them. What is the first I?
Subject.
Good. What is the second one?
Also a subject.
Okay, let's go in order. I saw him. Okay, what is your second personal pronoun here? It's going to be him.
Him.
How's him behaving?
Direct object.
Okay, I saw him in the movie. I wanted to know. Where is your